So if you're like me, you've got a JK with a leaky rear wiper, so that every time you turn the wipers on, the squirter on, all it does is pour on the inside of the window. So after you got everything apart, there's your hose attachment there. Take this apart. You can see hopefully what the problem is. There's there. Hopefully see what the problem is. The metal now this is all kind of in reverse because I'm putting everything back together, but anyways, take the outside cap off. And there's your wiper assembly. Here's your squirter. It shoots inside that cup you just took off, and that's what gets on your window. Take this nut off. If it's been leaking for a while, this nut here and the nut behind this back cap here will be pretty corroded, so you probably want to hit them with some penetrating oil. Take that off. Another thing, pop this out, and if it's been leaking for a while, just grab a cheap gear puller from Princess Auto or Harbor Freight or wherever. Just something small, something cheap. Reverse it. And what I did was, after I got the nut off, pull the squirter tip out and just reverse it, so you got something for the puller to sit on, to sit against. Get that behind the actual wiper arm, and then you can just pop the arm off. That. It's way easier than trying to pry that off if it's been leaking for a while, or if it's an older one and it's pretty seized on there. Right. So once you get that, then you just got this plastic cap here. Take that off, and there's your main nut to hold the motor on, along with the two on the inside. This plastic piece and the washer behind it, they're slotted to fit only the one way against the motor. So once you get that off, then you can get back to the inside, take that plastic cover off, and then take the motor out from the inside. Then you should be good to go. And then once you're inside, all you have to do is unfeed the wires and the water tube, and it's just two clips and an insert pin. So basically it's just a press fit. That'll come right off, and then you can gain access to the motor. Now once you have that plastic cover off, you've got the two screws on the inside. That's fixed the outside of the window, and it's just a 10mm nut on that that'll drop that off. And then this is a Torx. What size is that? Can't see that. T30. But this is from the outside in. So you're actually, I'm screwing it, it's kind of reverse, right? So your righty-tighty is backwards here. Okay? And that's it. And you'll be able to drop that. from the inside. Okay, so to break the wiper motor apart, once you get the plastic housing off there, you just take off those 7 screws, and one's got the ground strap on it. Your squirter is right there, that just comes out, and the hose attachment's under there. It's just a press fit into like a metal sleeve that rides all the way up the shaft here as part of the motor. So the metal tube that they're using corrodes and snaps on the inside of the water, basically. So yeah, I don't think you can get just this piece. This is your squirter assembly, or just the squirter nozzle. It just slips into that metal tube, which would be continuous all the way to there. So what I've done is gotten a piece of, I think it's 1/8 inch ID plastic tube, fed it up inside. This is the entire length of that, where I need. And this is basically the length of that, so I know I need to go a little longer than that, slip it on, and kind of press fit it in there. And that should solve the problem. Rather than buying the entire motor assembly, or trying to find one, because at the wreckers, trying to find any salvage parts like that off a Jeep is difficult, because they're usually picked over pretty good. So we're going to try this and see how that goes. So I've got the piece of hose on there. I want to leave it a touch long, so it'll press and it'll be snug inside the tube. We'll see how that goes. So there it is, partially reassembled. I just want to do a quick smoke test, make sure that that's gonna solve the issue, and we'll go from there and start reassembly. Okay. Oh, perfect. Once more. Excellent, thank you. There we go. Now the motor's back on. Oh, no water on the inside. It's a good sign. Beauty.